Today we're playing Chroma Zero. This is a game recommended to me based on the fact that I played Outer Wilds and the Roottrees Are Dead and various other mystery, discovery, investigation games. So I'm hoping this one will also fall into this category and we get to do some investigating, exploring, uncovering secrets. Starting with when you go to the controls and settings, there are sections for question marks. So there are things we can do in this game that we're not allowed to know about yet. So let's see where that takes us. It's a world of colors and shapes. Here we are. Look upon all the colors and the shapes. Then there are some controls behind us, but also reminders. It is always worth pushing a big glowing button, right? There are some stars in the skies. Anyone can see any supernovas? I guess this be the glowing button. Let's press. We're going wee. Things are changing. Things are falling apart. Oh no, we broke this. We broke it. That's what you get for pressing random buttons. You don't know what they do. We have brought on the end of the universe. Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Don't be mad. Shape. My staff. Yeah, I am sorry. Actually, this happens a lot. The balance is pretty delicate here. You're new here. Do you just have that one body? And it seems like you experience time only forwards? Fancy that. A lineal corporeal. Here, I haven't seen an LC in, well, I'm not sure because I exist outside of time. I bet you can help though. You look like a bright one. What do you say? Want to give it a shot? Use a show of good faith, hold your restart input, and it will bring you back to the beginning. For an LC, that might be a little strange. Sure, just roll with it. You should definitely find me down there. I'll leave a little present for you. Up here, that should help. Hope you like hexagons. I love hexagons. I like hexagons. Okay then, see you. Is it momentarily? But surely if they live outside of time, does that mean they already know what's going to happen? If we're going to fix it or not? Or do they live in all of the possibilities where we've both fixed it and not fixed it, and therefore they need us to collapse the possibilities? Okay, so T to restart. Don't be afraid to restart anytime. Deep breath, try again. It has also somehow shifted my various windows on my desktop, so this game is hacking my computer. They left us this thing here. So I guess we should do something with it instead of pressing the button. We pressed it instead. And now we can go inside. And now it's all around us. Okay, so we can basically raise and lower the walls. But we're still where we started. What does it mean? What does it all mean? Like there's a flash. As if something is happening where it's... Oh. Now it's different. There's red, green and blue doors. This game does depend on colors, but there is a setting for being able to see what is going on. Yeah, you get a display in the whatever you set for it to show you what the color is. So I may leave it on just if anyone's watching and has issues with colors. Hopefully this helps and you can still enjoy watching the game. But yes, we have red, green and blue doors. However, we seem to be incapable of jumping, so we can't really inspect them much further. Hi. Yep, it's me again. I show up in lots of places around here, all at the same time. Cool, right? Go explore a bit and get to know the place. The bridge in front of you should hold up, unless you break something again. So look out for me. If you need to, you can just tap the signal input and I will do my best to signal to you, wherever I am in your time. Sometimes though, I may only be able to flicker and fade. This means there's some change we need to make in that area before I can interact with you there. Okay, yeah, so we have tap T to signal. Yeah, that's them there. When we tap, they blink. So this is the destroy everything button, so let's not mess it about. And actually go and see. So yeah, pressing on things makes them solid. And then pressing again makes them not solid. But if we, yeah, okay. It doesn't immediately become not solid if we just stand still. We do get a little delay to it. Okay. So we can go inside of here and there's some cubes. In every corner there's a cube. Oh, interesting, that did something. Like there was like a big sound when I did. Oh, what happened? The blue door turned off and all blue things disappeared? There is now no blue in this world. Or this one is now... Okay, so they didn't disappear, they just lost their color. And now we can't turn it back on. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, the blue part of the bridge is gone. The stairs, we can't use them anymore. There's some hexagon there. Maybe able to teleport some more. We still have green. Oh, but we can't stand on this because it's missing blue. Oh. Did that take away something else? Yeah, red and green are becoming 0. Oh no. Oh no. The world is falling apart. And we're falling with it. Well, I guess it's time to restart. Interesting. Run as fast as we can and let's go for that hexagon there. Because that may be able to take us somewhere else. Okay, but the stairs and bridges we can turn on, but the area we cannot, so we can't get to that hexagon. Well, we must figure this out. It's like 5 minutes into the game and it's already like, oh my god, what is happening? Why is everything disappearing? But this is a different button then, I've realized. Oh, it's turn. Okay, so when we tapped, they were here. So do we turn again? Because I was like, oh, previously the button was destroy everything, but this one is for turning. Like, is this a limited amount of interactions or is this time-based? Okay, so if we spin it once, what's here in this first area? Is that a hexagon we can use to teleport? We've gone somewhere else, or we've ended up on one of the side pieces. But then we're still falling. What can we do about all of this disappearing? Okay, if we press it twice, it immediately takes all of the colors away. So we can observe from here. There's something on top of this pyramid. So that's another version of them. Okay, so they can be in multiple places at once because they're there and they're there. So can we talk to that version of them? Because that would just require going up the blue. Quick, 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 before the whole world collapses on us. Ah! Would help if I wasn't falling off things. In the hexagon. close ourselves, open the hexagon, run in, stairs. Just this bridge is multi-parts, so we have to not run off the edge. Okay, here, can we talk? When you're done exploring here, the rotate buttons don't always break everything around here. Be bold or bright. Also, if you forget anything I say, just hit that input button where you freeze time. Nice going, by the way, I didn't know you had that in you. And there's a dialogue log in there for you. Press that button where you freeze time, as in pause. And then we can read in here everything they say. It's a zero log, not just a dialogue, it's a zero log. But yes, I guess pressing the rotate buttons is one way we have broken it. So that was what was happening when we were pressing that. But even though we reached them to speak, blue has still disappeared, and therefore some of the things are not working here. Yeah, they're also there on the top of that pyramid, but we can't jump, so clearly getting there will be based on some other ability to do things. Oh, hi. Hey, LC, did you know you have a giant camera for a head? Who's actually looking at me right now? I'm sorry you have to move around in space and time like that. It must be so cumbersome. If you're not out looking for my fragments, you should try to find these temples. They'll help you make sense of this universe too. Plus, they're cozy and warm in case it rains. Does it rain in here? What would it even rain in this weird world? Just weird shards. I like to call the large red, green and blue structures the rings, even though they're square-shaped. And that big bright thing in the blue ring, I call it the light gate. There are smaller gates out there too. You know, if I'm calling you LC, you can call me Zero. Okay, Zero. What about those cubes then? Are they just for decoration? Also, it's very dark in here. So I'm not sure about the cozy part. Okay, so we've lost blue. Oh, is that how this works? Am I just a dum-dum? So we're basically using colors, yeah? So I've turned off 2 red cubes, but if I turn those stairs on, yeah, it counts down. So we have to save up the color values so that we can do things. But that means, yeah, we can't just run in here and turn all the blue stairs, because it seems once we've zeroed out the value, or we've overused the value, then it completely disappears from the world and we can't have it back. So let's see what we can do with that knowledge. Oh, I'm already intrigued. I'm intrigued by this whole, you notice things and you go like, oh, of course, this is what this means. So I am here for this. So I know I mentioned this was recommended because it's linked to Outer Wilds and Roottrees and stuff, but honestly, right now, what this reminds me of the most is The Witness. Like, it's obviously not the same sort of puzzles like The Witness, but there are puzzles and you have to notice things. You know, all of those games seem good. If you like mystery and making links in your head based on what you found, then that works. Okay, so this button, it rotates, but it does cause breakages. But that means here, like, we can't use a blue. So we can use the blue stairs, right? Because that brings us to 0, but that doesn't break. But then we have to turn them off. We have to turn them off again so that we get our budget back, and we're at 1, so we're good. So we can, for example, spend the budget on this bridge and cross it, and then we can undo this so that, yeah, we're back at budget. Then there is this cube that's white, so if we turn it off, we get budget for all of them. Okay, so that yeah, we're exploring in order to find more budget so that we can unlock more things. There is a second temple on this side, so we can see if they're here too. No, this is all black and inaccessible. So yeah, no turning things on just because they look interesting. So this one, I guess we have to get enough budget to be able to turn this on somehow. So there's this. There was like an echo here, but it's not available yet. So yeah, we can turn off those cubes in here to get some red budget. And then what we can do, if we've put up some budget, can we afford, for example, rotating? Does that cost? And that's why it broke. Okay, let's see if we press this button. Yeah, okay, so it costs one of each to rotate. And therefore, yeah, you can't do it right away because you go to 0. So this red hexagon, it takes us to one of the other sides, but unless we have something built there, we just kind of fall. But there's hole, they're over there, so we would probably have to somehow build those bridges, but also be upside down so we can walk on it. So what else is here? Some trees. Okay, we can turn off this door, yes. So that should have given us one for each of the colors. And then what would we do with those? Turn red off. Turn green off. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some sort of color mixing. Okay, everything went dark and black. Did that increase our budgets in any way? No. Hi, they're over there in this sphere made out of rings. Can't reach them right now. Okay, what does it mean? Can we go forward into this darkness? No. Can we turn it back on? We can't turn those cubes on and off. There is something here. Okay, that gives us red light, or just red something. So if this is on, this is now costing us 1 red, right? Yes, we're on 3 red. But then if we turn off the red button, is it still costing us 1 red? Yes, it is still costing us 1 red even if the light is off. Okay, so what else? We can turn on those individual things as well. So what is there to do with those lights? Or is this just teaching us about color mixing in some way? Because yes, the lights, they're red if we're just having red on, but they're white if everything is on. So you can change their cost, right? Because if we were to turn on one of those lights now, it will cost us 1 of each. Right, but you have to keep running back, yes. It cost us 1 of each. But when we had it as just red, it only cost us red. So that might just be more to teach us about the costs being able to change or take multiple things based on colors. I do wonder if there's gonna be puzzles that are based on your balance being a certain way. Because I mean, we have colors here like purple, which means it's gonna cost us, yeah, red and blue. I guess it's magenta. So that's going to be a factor. There's another temple here, another white door, so that, yeah, boosts our budget. Boosts our budget. Okay, we have another thing here with red cubes. Turn it off to gain red. So we have this rotate button, and then we have this button also rotates, but it grows the thing bigger. Is this costing us budget? No, it's not. We've only gained budget from turning the cubes off. Does this matter that they are on off? Like, they are providing light based on them being on and off. Or like changing the lighting. Yes, what does it mean, this one? Because I feel it's trying to teach us something, but I don't know what it is. Because now this thing has gotten bigger than before, and we can't jump, so we can't approach this. But this one has colors on them, and it spins the other way and makes the thing smaller. Yeah, not sure the exact lesson here, other than maybe rotation cost us colors, which we've understood already. Okay, well, we've gained more of the color budget, so we can rotate again and see what's there. Because we have another area. And yes, there's this inner zone that we can't even get to right now. More temples. So here we have different lines of different colors. Again, we may have to make something out of them. And this hexagon is trapped inside those domes, inside a dome, so there might be something to do. Like if we turn this red on, what does it do? Like if we turn all the reds on, will it do something? We do have plenty red budget. That's our highest one. Still have 4. Okay, well, we've turned all of the red lines on, but that done nothing. So I'm gonna turn them off for now, just so the world doesn't collapse. What's this? This looks like that button in that temple that was saying rotating and shrinking, but I can't do anything with it here. It does make a sound, like a rumbling noise. Well, there's a temple, so we can check it out and get some colors for the door and then see what's happening. Okay, that turns them all off and turns off the other things. Oh, hi. Okay, so that teaches us that we can change something and then they're able to appear. I'm impressed that you've already picked up on some of the connections here. This is new for you though. It shows how binding works. So I hope you are paying attention and not just pushing random buttons again. Here's an example. If you bind energy to a black shell, like those tree trunks outside, it will make them solid. For bridges or stairs, that would help your future solid body get to places your past body couldn't reach. Want to try it? I think you'll need a little more power first. Let me give you some of my own energy. That should do the trick. You'll need to accept my energy, so hold down the red, green, blue inputs and keep them held down until you feel it flowing and hear a big poofy sound. Pwah! That sound means you've absorbed my energy, then you can bind anytime you like. And if your input device isn't registering all 3 inputs at once, I made you a little shortcut key you can try holding instead. Fiddly input devices. You're welcome. Game developer pain. Okay, so we have RGB keys, or just an F key for short. Yes, bind new energy to objects. Then interacting. Okay. So what? How are we getting this energy? Where are you? Okay, we've accepted energy, I think. And now we can bind it to something. So they said the tree trunks. Okay, so we've made them solid, and yes, that cost us 1 of each. Okay. What does it mean? I mean, it means that yes, we could take something that isn't solid and make it solid permanently, because it will become white. What's this then? Can we get energy from here? No. Also, only green is filled on this. Does that mean anything? Well, that means we can spend energy now and restart, and then that will already be bound, right? It just doesn't cost us the energy from the next run, I think. But yeah, we can turn and see what else is here. Lots of trees. Okay, yeah, that cost us 1 of each. Ah! There's Nothingness here. Okay, we have to build up this bridge to be able to get somewhere. So, well, we have lots of red, but not as much of the other two. Okay, that takes us here, but there's nothing here right now. Oh, we could bind this, maybe. Because our energy isn't going up or down by doing this. Okay, we've removed this thing. So now we've got an empty area. So can we get energy from those poles? Could we make those stairs permanent? Yeah, but that cost us all of our blue and green. But then if we restart, are those stairs there now permanently? No, they're not. Well, let's just go and explore. Maybe I'm not quite understanding. Because yeah, we need to go here to build our budget, and they're over there now. Okay, well, we can go up here and transfer it back. And then we can use this bridge. Transfer it back. Hi. You're right. I wasn't here before for you. There's some more me in other spots too. You should be able to bind energy to empty blocks now. Try holding down the color of your choice and then interacting with empty bridges here, for example. Keep an eye on the balance too. Making things solid like this isn't free. Okay, so can we use red then? Yeah, so we just bind it red and we're able to cross. But this is solid now. We can't take it away. Which means this will gonna be our rust red. Yep. This is... okay, just not solid greens, so we don't want to spend here. Okay, well that means, yeah, if we build up energy, we can make this solid, and then we'll be able to go in the hexagon. There's that symbol again. So can we get energy from this? Is that how it works? I guess not. So now if we restart, are those bridges we made out of red, they're permanently now? Is that how it works? Yes, they seem to be there now. Okay, so that seems to have worked. So I think I've misunderstood before that I was using all the colors to make those trees white, but you can just use one color if you want. Okay, well, let's explore some more down there then and see what else we can figure out. We have to grab the red cubes every time just to have the budget. Okay, so there's this other side still we can go to if we build this bridge. And then, yeah, one by one. Oh no, because yeah, there's like, there's a little delay in you falling after you turn it off, so you can kind of replace in place the bridges to move forward. Yeah, so we could pay to make this visible as well, so just red. Yeah, that brings our red to 0. But that's just empty cubes again. I mean, I'm thinking that maybe if we can make a budget to make them all solid, that will do something. But that means we have to have 4 for the color. Okay. Well, I guess we can restart again and try something on the other sides then as well. With the values. There's a lot of restarting in this one. But I guess this is the only area, right? You don't have to worry about the giant world. It's just it gets more and more clear to you what you can do. Okay, so we grabbed some red. And now we can... Oh yeah, we can... There's that white cube there that we can get one of each from. So if we just go through here, if we turn it off, we get one of each as well. Okay, but now this isn't permanent. Is it only the last thing we've done here? Because that bridge... No, that's also gone. But I thought they said... Yeah, dialogue log. Bind energy to a black shell. Yeah, that could help your future solid body get to places your past body couldn't reach. Do they just mean like, oh, because you know more now, you can reach more places? They don't mean it in a, oh, you reset, but there is some progression you could have stored like that. I guess that's it. But yeah, now we can afford a rotate. And we come here, and there's the temple doors, which are white, so they give us one of each as well. Oh, and there's more red here too. Yeah, I'm still not sure what to take from this, other than you can rotate. We can go into this red hex again. I guess we could try it now that we have more budget, because last time we did that, we just got exploded. Not exploded. The world fell apart. Now we can do it because we have tons of red, and see where we end up. Somewhere sideways. Yeah, and then we fall into that temple. I guess then we're able to talk to them on the top here. Hi. Nice! I didn't think you'd be able to get up here. You seem to be governed by gravity. That's too bad. Anyway, listen, you can see how things are balanced at any moment, and that might help you from breaking things too often. You know what? I'll write it down so you don't forget. You seem to like that. Yes, I do like instructions. Yeah, okay. So they're like, oh yeah, you don't have to run around and look at the things all the time. Okay, because the other colors, like the magenta, is obviously blue and red, so we can only afford 3 magenta because we only have 3 blue. But we have 7 red, so we can... So yeah, we don't have to look over there all the time. We can just press this and see. So this symbol just represents the color balance. Is there anything else we can do from here, or do we just hop down and keep going? So this is where we started, or where we flipped to the side, and that flipped us into that one. But then if we get to that one, does it just take us here? But it takes us here while this is turned, which means we would then be able to reach them at the top. So it turns that way. So we would want the cyan to be lit up, and the bridge from cyan. We may not be able to afford this now, because not only we would have to turn those on, we also have to then be able to rotate. Though, now I'm thinking, yeah, that temple with the rotating, was it saying it costs 1, like, because it was inflating and deflating. It costs 1 to rotate one way, but the other way you get a refund? But I'm not seeing a second button to rotate the other way. Oh, we can... So I just pressed the red only button, and then I pressed this rotate button, and it rotated it 45 degrees. So we can get into weird angles. So if I rotate again, because it still cost me 1, but it cost me 1 red point. Yeah, what does it do? Does it then mean we can jump on things we wouldn't be able to jump on? Well, let's spin some more. Yeah, we're running out now. But I assume if we just go through like this, we're just gonna get stuck in the corner, because we won't be able to climb up the walls, yeah. So we have to use it for a specific reason. So we need to figure it out. We need to restart again and figure it out. Well, this is certainly a game with a different perspective. And yeah, I'll be interested in returning to this, and hopefully you are too. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you have any ideas about what else can we do here. But if you've played the game, of course, please no spoilers. If you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing. And I will see you soon on another adventure.